it's Madeline. Thank you so much for being here to watch my video. If you enjoy it, please do not forget to hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button to help my channel grow. I'm still a little bit nasally because I'm getting over a nasty cold from last week. But I am here to show you guys the easiest smoky eye that you could ever do. It's a little touch of feminine, it's soft, with just a little dash of sultry. I am gonna do this as a full-on get ready with me because it's been so long since I filmed a makeup tutorial. But if you are only watching this to figure out how to do the smoky eye, then you can just fast forward. Otherwise, let's just go ahead and dive right in. All right, you guys, so to start off, I am going in with my usuals. I've got my Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hyaluronic Acid Water Gel Moisturizer. There we go, got the whole title in. And then my Hailey's Beauty Refined Poreless Primer. I am just trying to use up this little pot that I have left from when we went to Mexico in June. The reason why this isn't gone yet is because I still had like the full size, the normal one, when I purchased this in June. So then when I got back, I used that up, and then now I'm using the rest of this up before I crack open my probably like fourth one I bought. So after over 3 years of making YouTube videos, I finally just bought a simple remote for my camera, and life has never been easier. Like, why did it take me that long to just get a stupid little remote that makes my life so much easier? It auto focuses, it starts the video, stops the video. I'm like listing off the basic features of a remote as if it's something new. It is to me. Okay, and then for my foundation, I will be using my Dior Backstage. I am mixing the shade. This is 1.5N. You know, you just end up using the same stuff all the time and you don't even know anymore because like, until you make a YouTube video and you have to announce like, I am using shade 1.5 and 2N, I thought that this was shade 1. Like I almost thought, oh, maybe I should get shade 1.5 so that it's easier. And it's like, no, this one's too pale for me when I'm self-tanned. So this is 2.5N. Every time I start filming, our cast do something weird. Baby, I have to stop myself from wanting to purchase just 2N because I know it would be perfect. The convenience of just having like one solid shade that works for me this time of year. And I'm like, seriously, I have a light shade and I have a tan shade. I've just gotta mix them up. It's not the end of the world because I want to spend my money on the new Hourglass Ambient like soft focus foundation or whatever it's called during the Sephora sale. Ember, you're being insane. Honey. Okay, so let's mix these two shades. I am probably confusing you guys. So that was 1.5. The 2.5 is just like if I am really self-tanned or like in the summertime, it's perfect when I'm like tan from the sun and self-tanned. I am using my Sephora 95 brush. Oh shoot, I put it on in the wrong order. Whatever, I'll mix it up here. I have been loving how this brush applies this foundation though. It's just perfect because it has a solid core and then like loose bristles around it. And it just creates such a perfect finish. See, it's just kind of hard to like gauge how mixing the shades is gonna turn out. Like if I accidentally use too much of the tan or if it's too pale. I'd rather have my foundation be just like slightly too light for me and then work out perfectly in the end. Like I'd much rather use contour and bronzer to get it where it needs to be. For contour, I have been using the Mario Badescu. The Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick, and this is in the shade Light Medium. It is actually really darn good. And I love to apply this with my new Eco Tools Flawless Coverage Brush. So what I do instead of using the stick to apply this, I just go right in with the brush, do a little bit of that, and then I just go for it. This really does have a good cool undertone. Don't get me wrong, like it still is warm though, like it isn't too cool. I just think it is honestly the perfect shade. And I bring this up onto my temples and my forehead. I always go like on my eyelid and drag it out. I don't want like a separation of it just being like tan and then like pale around my eye, you know? This actually has a brush at the bottom and it is just, it's a no for me. It is so stiff. So I hope that everyone is enjoying their fall so far. I just think that this is the best time of the year. Like everything is winding down, the leaves are changing. I truly love our seasons in Wisconsin so much. I could never move out of the state. Plus the Wisconsin hospitality is just where it's at. Granted, it's all I've ever known besides from traveling. For concealer, I am using my usual Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion in the shade 0.5N. I bought this from TJ Maxx like a while ago, so I'm definitely going to pick up a brand new one from Sephora during the sale. Of course, I wish that I could find another one at TJ Maxx, but I have not been seeing them anytime that I just randomly swing by there, so might as well just get a new one right off the bat, you know, because then you know it's new. This is the best concealer and it works really well with my oily skin. I'm using my little Wonder Blender from AOA. You can get these on Amazon now. I used to have to purchase them through their website and it was always like annoying, you know, because with Amazon with a 25 purchase you get free shipping, and there just always happens to be enough stuff that I want to get free shipping. So I like to do the contour first because I don't want to like muddy up the brightening of the concealer, and it just balances it out good. Like I don't look too tan either. If I do it this way, it just looks right. So this year I'm going a little bit insane with the Sephora sale. You guys, I have so much in my cart and I don't understand how I can find a reason to justify every single thing. Like, oh my goodness. And then I just like to further blend that in around my eye creases and around my nostrils with my Sigma I should know this by now, F03 brush. So I will have a big Sephora haul coming. It's gonna take me a while to test the products that I'm using because I don't wanna just like do a full face of brand new makeup and see how everything wears. Like that's not how it goes, you know? Like the new powder that I'm getting, I'm gonna have to test with like this routine because then I'll know if the powder is good or not. And like with a new foundation, I'm gonna have to incorporate that into this routine, like just subtract the Dior foundation, use the new foundation, see how it works with my other products and see if it is a game changer or a problem maker. So I'm gonna try my hardest to like weed through the products and send back what I don't want and what didn't work for me before making my video. But it's also kind of like you gotta hurry up and get it up before the sale ends because that's when people are searching for videos on it. So we'll see. I am going in with my Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder. This powder always lightens up my face too, which creates a good balance also. Since that's Makeup by Mario, not Mario Badescu, since that is a pretty warm tone bronzer, yeah, it has a good cool tone, but it still has warmth to it. It can be used as bronzer. So that's basically what I used it as. And then I'll just go in with a little bit of extra contour with my Dior Backstage contouring palette. I'm telling you guys, they definitely did their Backstage line right, and I hope that they don't touch it. All right, so going in with that contouring palette and only using this shade here. I cannot believe it's lasted me as long as it has. I am contouring my nose with my finger. And then I blend that out with my sponge. I will have these linked in my description box below. And then just a little bit more contour here. This brings in like a good olive tone to really sculpt those cheekbones. Then I try to just further blend it out with my brush on my nose. And then I even bring it up a little bit on my forehead to just kind of bring that bronzer back to life. For blush, I am going to use my Lawless Vintage Love. Just a little bit of a deeper, more muted tone for this time of year. Like, I just feel like you cannot go wrong with that shade. It is so beautiful. This blush has lasted me such a long time too. If you have been watching my videos for this whole time, I got married June of 2021 and this is the blush that I wore, and I got it the spring like before that. Are you guys super particular with expiration dates, or do you just like use it until it's not the same anymore? Because that's usually what I go by. Like this says, well, this says it's good for 18 months, but still, like I'm not gonna count down on a calendar and be like, on this day, throw out this blush. I just use it until I can like tell that it's old and it's time to just toss it out. Or if it does affect my skin or like smell different or something, I'm obviously throwing it out. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Ooh, I went in with way too much. Amrezy Highlighter, Amrezy. I do not know if they still sell this, so I am sorry. I will be picking up a new highlighter during the sale. I hope that I love the new highlighter that I'm going to get, because that one is available all the time. I do not like to use things that are not available for you guys. If you're like, oh, that's so beautiful, I want to buy it, and then it's like, oh, it was limited edition, it's nowhere to be found. I'm just so excited. I feel like since life is slowing down a little bit, that I can be more consistent with my YouTube videos. Okay, I am using my Colourpop Brow Boss in dark brown. I feel like at one point I must have tried this in medium brown, because I always want to say that it's medium brown when it's dark brown, so I don't know what's wrong with me. I have not had a lot of makeup tutorials to make for you guys because like I'm not doing anything different with my makeup. Like honestly, this isn't even that different. Like this look that I'm showing you guys is the same that I have been doing for probably like a year now. I'm just gonna do this one off camera because you guys know the drill. Okay, so for this eye look, you guys probably guessed it. I am using another Dior Backstage product. This is their eyeshadow palette in 001 Warm Neutrals. And honestly, I feel like they're pretty cool toned. I mean, besides like that one and this one, but like these pull pretty cool tones. Actually, I'm having one. To first start off, set your lids using just like any bronzer shade. Just to use it up, I have been using my KKW Beauty Contour 2. This is her powder contour, obviously. And then I'm just gonna use a big fluffy brush. So I am just pretty much setting my whole lid with this. And I'm also just fluffing it up into my crease underneath my brow bone, just to start giving some dimension. Let's use the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH45 brush, and I am going in with this top color right here. And the whole point of what makes this smoky eye so easy is I will be keeping these darker shades close to my lash line. I'm just patting and blending this on, only doing it near my lash line. And then I just kind of fan that out a little bit, which gives it more of that like smoky effect. Okay, so I am just still doing this. And I feel like it can be as messy as you want it to be. It just is so simple. It does not have to be perfect in any way. What am I doing? See, now I'm using a Morphe X L'Oreal A20 brush when I meant to be using the Jaclyn Hill. Okay, now I can definitely tell you guys I prefer the Jaclyn Hill brush. I've never alternated them before. That was just on accident, but now I'm glad that I did because I can really see the difference. And I'm just blending now with the Morphe X L'Oreal. That is what I like about both of these. Like, I like how stiff the Jaclyn Hill one is for like applying the product, and then I like how soft this one is just for blending out what I applied. Sometimes I figure things out as I go. It's not like I come on here knowing it all, you know. I will be using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH51 brush. And I am gonna go in with this bottom shade right there. I'm just lightly picking it up and tapping off any extra. And this is going strictly on the lash line to really add in some smoke. I'm not bringing this all the way into my inner corner. I'm just leaving it on my lash line and like smoking it out. Sometimes you just gotta take the bones of a tutorial and make it your own. It's kind of like a recipe, you know? Like I made chili for the first time the other week and I was like, okay, this is too salty because I just had a little bit too fun making it my own. Okay, see, now I messed up. I'm gonna go back with the A20 brush. I just feel like it's such an easy look to fix though, because if you go in with a light enough hand with everything that you use, you can just blend it out pretty easily. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna go in with some shimmer over the top anyways. It just pulls everything together. Sometimes I use my finger too to just shift things around. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of that dark shade over here. I'm just gonna do it to this eye, and I guess I'll just shut up while I do this eye so that it actually turns out okay for you guys. You can make this as like cat eye as you want to with eyeshadows. I like to do a little bit and then just blend, blend, blend. Now to top this off, what I have been liking to do lately so that this look isn't too like cool tone is mixing these two shiny shades, the one on the top and middle, together like this. A little bit more of that top one because I don't want it to be too warm either. I'm just gonna go ahead and place this right on my lid. I'm going in with just that top color because I think I grabbed a little bit too much warmth. I typically avoid like this area, but otherwise I just slap it on wherever and it just, I don't know, it just does something. So starting with the inner corner and then just like dragging it outwards. And don't bring it up too high because you want still like that little bit of definition in your crease. Like I'm actually just covering up the darker shadow a little bit more to lighten it. It just gives you so much control. It's a very flexible look. And then in my inner corner, I am going to use the lightest shimmer shade right there. All that I am doing is using my $5 mascara. I am obsessed with this, you guys. It is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, and I can totally attest to that. Oh, before I use this though, I'm gonna set all of this work into place here with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. There we go, I'm brought back to life. And now let's go in with the mascara. Isn't that amazing? I am so glad that I found this alternative compared to the Ilia mascara because that is not cheap. I loved how that one didn't irritate my contacts, and like any drugstore mascara that I tried would just like smear on me during the day or would dry out my eyes and like irritate my contact wearing eyes. So I kind of gave up on giving them a try until I saw an influencer using this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that made her eyelashes look so good. And I am so glad that I tried it because it does not irritate my eyes at all. And it stays on very well. Okay, so there's one coat. I'm gonna go ahead and do another quick coat. Is that not just like, I don't know. There's just something about it that I just love. It's so simple. I need to comb out my lashes though to get rid of any clumps. I love this mascara because it is not too wet and it's not too dry. It's just like, it's perfect. You know, a review said that and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope that's true because I love mascaras like that. The Ilia is very wet until you like use it a few times and kind of dry it out, where this is just pretty darn perfect from the get-go. My eyelashes have been so weird and trying to like stick together at the ends lately, so this just takes a moment. You guys see what I mean? Like this eye is just so light, airy, feminine, soft, with just a dash of sultry. Nothing too crazy. For lips, I have not switched it up, honestly, since I have filmed my Holy Grail makeup products. I run out of ideas of what to film when I'm not like switching anything up. I am using my Colourpop Ashton lip liner, the best in the world. Oh my gosh, I love it. It totally makes me look like I get lip fillers. It's just the perfect like sculpting, honestly like contouring lip pencil. So I picked up these new EOS lip balms today. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I ran into Target and I'm like, oh no, they have some holiday ones out and I couldn't resist. I don't think I'm gonna use it though. Shoot, I'll save that for another time. I am just gonna go in with my usual Kylie Cosmetics So Cute gloss. The most perfect nude lip gloss ever. I'm telling you guys, I swear by this combination so much. I think I am gonna put on a little bit of nude lipstick. This is hands down the best drugstore nude lipstick ever. Look at how perfect this is. So beautiful. It is the L'Oreal 808 Matte Cademia. Just pop on a little bit of that. So this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Don't you just think it is like the perfect, just like anything goes type of smoky eye? I mean, I've really loved this. It's just kind of something I've thrown together. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm so happy that I filmed it. I was like, oh, should I just wait until my next day off? And I'm like, no. Like sometimes you need to discipline yourself with YouTube, you know? And then I just am like so happy that I got this recorded and I can get it up for you guys. And then my next video will be the Sephora sale haul. Thank you guys so very much for watching my videos, supporting my channel. If you haven't already, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button before you go. I know it's annoying to keep hearing it, but like seriously, if I don't say it, like I don't get in those extra subscribers. So I will see you all very shortly. Bye!